final video review for this week is for my paperback read from last week, which was The Girl with the Treasure Chest by V.A. Fearon. If you'd like to check out my Goodreads review, I have just posted that, so if you're on Facebook there is a link below all the videos, or if you're on YouTube there is a link in the description below. For any of you that didn't see the introduction video last week, this is what the book looks like. If you want to go and check out the introduction video, it is still available on YouTube and on Facebook, and it will give you a good look at what the book looks like. And this is the video review. So on the front cover of this book, it asks the question, when did London's gangland become so ruthless? And then it answers the question for you, and it says, when women got involved. Well, yeah, I know that now. Having met Danny Fenton, who is the main character in this book, I can definitely say, yeah, gangland in London is pretty ruthless. So Danny is a woman with a lot of conflict in her life, and she makes decisions that have consequences, whether they be personal decisions or business decisions, professional decisions, but they pretty much can prove fatal. She has a lot to deal with. So she uses her intuition and power at work to instill fear. So people are very wary of Danny and just how ruthless she can be. At home, she has a life that is very different. She has certain vulnerabilities, and she has certain weaknesses. Certain weakness she has is Suze, who is the absolute love of her life, who returns, and you know, Danny's faced with whether she makes the right choices, destroying what she knows in her personal life with her partner and her little girl, or you know, whether she's going to make that sacrifice for Susanna, the one person who she really, really loves. So it was a truly unique story. It really delved right into the heart of the ruthless underworld of gangland London, and it proved to be quite the experience for me, because you would only really know that if you had some first-hand experience, or if you knew people who knew how it all worked. It was really authentic, I guess, from what I can imagine it's like, and it was written in a way that was really easy to follow, and it showed conflicting issues. So you didn't really lose whether Danny was dealing in a professional or personal capacity, even when they started to collide, even when her personal life and her professional life started to collide. So for a debut novel, you know, this was put together really, really well, and it really gave a look into a world that so many of us will never have experienced, and really to capture it so authentically in a book. It was such a realistic story. It really delivered a nice realistic story with a lot of drama and a lot of conflict, and a bit of violence, and everything that I imagine being involved with a gang would come with. So I felt a lot of emotion in the story, and each character was able to express their emotions and their feelings and thoughts, show concern, you know, fear, dislike. You know, they all showed their involvement in Danny's story in their own way. So I really liked that it was fast-paced and exciting, and I can't wait to read more from Danny, you know, and find out more about her life and everything, because it just is fascinating. It really had a tell feel, this book, so it didn't so much show, it just really was told. And so really though, those thoughts and feelings being told to you made them really easy to interpret, and again, rather than using their actions, using their words, just helped the simplicity of the story and really made it clear for the reader what was going on, and so therefore it really suited this story. I found, I think too much is placed sometimes on the fact that we should show and not just tell. I mean, there's nothing wrong with telling a story. In fact, some of those are my favourites because they're just so easy to follow and I don't have to sit there and work it out. So when you get really complex involved storylines like Danny's, it is so much better just to have something that is told, because it just makes it really clear and really easy to follow Danny's character and anyone else who's throwing some thoughts and feelings into the mix. So it was really great in that respect. And you know, Danny's complex relationship with Susanna then adds another level to the book, because that adds all the angst and it really fuels the story and propels it forward and keeps it going, keeps it fresh, keeps it interesting. Susie's kind of a catalyst for Danny's dramas, and you know, Susie's kind of unapologetic about it as well. Susanna's really, she's that ultimate girl involved with another girl for a toxic relationship, and their chemistry is so immense because of Danny's obsession. It literally is like Susanna's a drug, and she just feeds this animalistic need in Danny to fight for her, and it makes Danny kind of vulnerable to her enemies, and it really showed a different side to Danny when Susan's around, and therefore that whole chemistry between them, and that whole you know, they're the two type of characters. They have this really wild, amazing, passionate love affair that you can really feel, but it's destined for heartache. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like a self-destruct, like Danny's got a self-destruct nature anyway, but this is like self-destruct in relationship format as well, you know, which I really loved. She's a disaster, Danny, and I love that about her. You know, she's just real, and her feeling, and it's all about, you know, it's all about her and her needs and her wants, and she's really, really unapologetic in that sense. She's simple, and she just goes for what she needs. But although she's simple, she's complex internally, like her mental workings and her feelings and thoughts and vulnerabilities. She's got a lot going on to balance, to create her persona, if you know what I mean, to keep this gangland persona and then keep this other persona for her personal life. But really, it was a brilliant start to the Danny series, and it will definitely leave you wanting more from her. So I can't wait to check out more from the Danny series and learn more about Danny. So yeah, I'll pop a link in the description. I hope you'll go and grab a copy of The Girl with the Treasure Chest by V.A. Fearon. If you've read The Girl with the Treasure Chest by V.A. Fearon, please let me know what you thought of it. Did you enjoy it? What was it like for you reading it? How did you find the gangland experience? If you haven't read it yet, or if it's on your to-read list, or you're interested in reading it, again, let us know, because it's always great to hear what you're interested in reading. And if you do grab a copy, I really hope you enjoy it. Bye!